station. Delivery route finalized.
You're not the one I expected to bring this in. damage, Stupid.
Order completed. Well done.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and request.
marvelous condition, I've got to say. Thank you. Good job finding this. Honestly, I'd already written it. There's no denying your incredible skill. I'd like you to put this shelter on the...
Now displaying your current order grade.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze... Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to call. From what I can tell, the reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I shared with you is the product of research that leverages this principle. The chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, this means you can incapacitate enemies hiding behind walls and such. It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty powerful as far as ranged weapons go. You can't use it without anchoring it to the ground first, though. Makes a lot of noise, too. Gotta think before you fire. You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop him, that'll make my day. And if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knot, you should be able to get some... There's a lot of... If you bring them onto the chiral network... Well, I'm familiar with the tar therapist, at least. He's researching potential applications of the stuff as a healing agent. While his specialty is medicine. If all that sounds... However, so I'd say your best bet is to find cargo that didn't make it to him and try to deliver it to his shelter yourself. It's entirely... I came here with the advance expedition. I can't go anywhere with... The stuff we found was like nothing. So, when my men... I thought that if I got... Moving forward, I expect that my... It fires a focused bolt of chiral... That's a powerful punch. It's also great against mechs. Even the one... Its size does make it a touch unwieldy, but it's simply one of the... If you can get South Fort Knot onto the... They've got some quality... Thanks again. So I'll be... I don't know if I can come up... Your support would... Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo I'd like taken to South Fort. Be warned that this cargo can explode. So if... Good luck with it.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knot and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend, and the sooner we connect all of us... When you are ready to proceed...
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Sam, we should stay focused on our primary mission. To that end, you should pick up the next main order from the Phantom Smith delivery terminal.
Take care, Sam.
Gotcha! Good.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with data from within Cairo network coverage only. route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you. Launch credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Welcome, Sam.
Well, hazardous materials not with... At one moment, while I confirm... Wow! The condition is remarkably good. Well, now, this was not a delivery I was expecting you to bring to... I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough, thanks to you. Go ahead and connect your Cupid.
Now displaying your current order grade.
On the network at last. As for the cargo you brought me, I applied a few fittings. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BT, which might come in handy since it's not just armed survival. It's hard to say, but so that's all the more ideally. Unfortunately, though, such firepower is more than enough. In addition, I'm happy to share some. You can swap them in and out. I highly recommend you. In the wake of the Death Stranding, we've been witness to all manner. We don't yet know why ghost mechs are able to operate outside of chiral network, and if the underlying principles. Fortunately, the cargo, I strongly suspect, will. It fires chiral power. Its considerable size makes it impractical, whilst it needs and it will automatically attract giant BT. It's truly unfortunate, unnecessary, but I must also reiterate that due to the destructive potential. Thank you again for your help. I'll be sure to continue. I intend to look into ways of any assistance. Oh, before you go, a gift. This cargo will allow you to enhance the I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, though. In the meantime, I'll be sure to post the...
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more chiral network coverage now. We are already seeing just a bit more, Sam, and to prepare for what's... Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patrons' funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knott is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knott delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology. Oh, and... anyway.
Sam, you'll forgive me for... I did a deep dive into the deep... While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from... It would be fair to say that this would make it... Charlie was involved. This only increases. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. If everything, including the extension, then it's plain our company and further investigation is one. This is a delicate situation. As such, your best, as always.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
accepted. Thank you.
Sam, it's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB-00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB-00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB-28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Corbridge baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified. And now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB-00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB-00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB-28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB-00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
Engaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
Welcome back, sir. Just give me a moment. It's true, Sam. This cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something for you. We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use. It won't be long now till the day. Anyway, thanks again.
Sam, your next objective will also be to put them on the grid. It's safe to assume, for now, you should...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.